and I've just realized I haven't set my overlays in the game, so I need to set those overlays once we do get in, because those are very, very important for the tournament. So, once everyone's loaded, we'll go into the game, and I'll set the overlays, and then we'll get right on with this between Millenium and Esuba. Okie dokies, ladies and gentlemen. So, I just need to change this overlay, and what on earth is that going on? You have voice disabled. Okay, that's nice. I never even knew I would have it enabled in the first place. Okay, so let's have a look-see. No, that's the wrong one. No, that's the wrong one. There we go, that is the correct one. And now we just need to get rid of the other overlay, and we are good to go. Yeah! Okay, hunky-dory. As we will have Mr. Ricky Tank going to be spawning down in the bottom south, well, in the south left position. God, I am really ill. In the bottom position here, as our Green Terran. And up to the top right-hand corner, we do have Millenium's Feast, going to be spawning as our purple Protoss. So, indeed, what is Feast going to be bringing out? No kind of one-gate pressures proxied here for Feast, as he has put that pylon down in a close position to his base. Sometimes in PvT, you do see some kind of one-gate pressures, say, for example, if you send a probe out very early on to be able to plant down a pylon, say here for example, one gateway does go down, and you can actually put on a lot of pressure with one or two zealots at the very beginning, and obviously back at home you do continue to just tech as you normally would. And that's something that we see in not only this matchup, but it also can occur in PvP. It's a little bit rarer in PvP, but it still can be quite potent. But for now, Ricky Tam, to me at least, he has something to prove. I have not seen many games of Ricky Tan's all. In fact, needless to say, I have never seen any games of Ricky Tan. Actually, this is the wrong overlay. What the hell am I doing? Oh my god. You see how ill I am? You see how ill I am? It's not the esports weekly match. Let's see. Oh my god, I am so sorry. Where the hell is it? Okay, so apparently it doesn't exist. Okay, we're just gonna stick like this for now. It's fine. I do not want to waste anybody else's time, so for now, Millenium's Feast already has his gas up. We'll be getting that cybernetics core out quite quickly, and getting the initial zealot, which is something that you often don't see in this matchup sometimes, but you can see it a lot of times, just in case your opponent wants to actually block this off with an engineering bay. Getting that initial zealot out to be able to wail away at an engineering bay that may or may not go down is very, very important. Right now we have the expansion going to be going down here. And no engineering bay just yet, because obviously he doesn't have the minerals for it. He may end up doing so. It can be very, very pesky, especially if your opponent has gone for a one barracks expand. Getting that engineering bay down can be very, very annoying. And Feast, no, you need to kill. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so going to kill off the SCV for now, or even just gets away, or even blocks very nicely. So great little micro here by Ricky Tam. And for now, Feast will be delayed ever so slightly. Now, what has Feast seen of his opponents in general? This SCV will end up dying. He only knows one gate is down, scouted both of these gas geysers, so he will know that it's probably very, very likely to be a one barracks expand. So safely going for that Nexus. Obviously, there are some little things that Terrans can do. They can go for the crazy amount of like 5 or 6 barracks, which is not normal, but still can come out, especially if you are called TLO, even though he does play Zerg now. And for now, Ricky Tan getting quite a good scout of his opponent's base off, seeing that there's no extra second gas here, so he knows fully, I mean, he also saw this expansion as well, but he knows fully right now exactly what his opponent's going to be doing, and hopefully he's going to prepare for this three-gate aggression that Feast is probably going to send his way very, very soon. Right now, we already have the 2 bunkers down, so that is great, great preparation for any kind of 3-gate pressures that would come along. And I think Terrans just nowadays in general have to be extremely, extremely prepared for 3-gate aggressions or even 4-gate aggressions that we're seeing from time to time now from Protosses after a 1-gate expand, and in turn your opponent going for, ooh, you know, the 1-rax expand. But as you can see here, Ricky Tan taking tips from people like Mr. Empire Cass, by the looks of things. He's going to be getting a very, very quick 3rd command center. And normally when you would see this from Terrans, it would normally be in TVZ. That is the pretty much standard go-to thing in terms of TVZ. Because obviously, you know, lings and things like that, and, you know, roaches can't necessarily do a lot of damage because you will have say, one Marauder out in a bunker and you'll be completely fine. But Protoss can have a hard time against this, and Rikki-tan is just going to transfer this very, very quickly. Looks like we're going to have a little bit of pressure here, but I don't think he's going to do too much. And in fact, he took as much damage as he possibly could do from those bunkers. One Zealot and one Stalker do die for, what, one SCV? And now Rikki-tan is already mining from this hidden expansion. Normally you will see this third command center in your opponent, in the Terran's base, just kind of sitting there as a macro command center, getting a few more SCVs out, getting a few more mules down there to be able to really ramp up that economy on those two bases. But I mean, Shakura's Plateau not only works great in that aspect, but also works great to be able to just go and hide this command center over in this position. Now, obviously, if they'd not spawned cross positions, if they'd spawned, say, close by air, this would be far more risky from Rikki-tan. We're seeing a lot of Warp Prism action from Protosses recently, and, you know, that would be so legitimately unsafe. It would be unbelievable. But because they are cross positions, Rikki-tan making a very, very nice decision here, and this probably will not get spotted for a long time. For now, though, Mr. Feast back home, getting a few more gateways up. Twilight Council and the Robo Bay is already finished. Going to be getting that Observer out as quickly as possible to be able to just keep an eye on everything going on. And also he wants to see it in his opponent's base. He wants to know what level of tech he's at. If he somehow, for example, saw that his opponent was nowhere near Starport tech, then he could have quite easily teched up to, you know, Robo Bay to be able to put on a little bit of pressure with those Colossi. Since, you know, your opponent has no avenues of, you know, tech towards, say, Vikings, for example. But for now, Rikki-tan is taking up a relatively nice pace here. I like it. I also really love this double additions of these engineering bays. Getting those upgrades out very fast against a Protoss can be so important, especially if your opponent actually goes for double forges and goes for the Chrono Boost. But for now, Feast is just gearing up a nice little army here, not bothering about upgrades too much. It's sort of weird. Ah, there we go. Okay, initial forge going down. I would like to see a second one go down as well. Terran right now is not too far ahead as to a position where Feast cannot catch up in terms of those upgrades. But this can get quite dodgy. This base in itself, I'm surprised he hasn't taken the gas geysers here just yet, but because he doesn't have that tech out, because he doesn't have the Ghost Academy, and because he didn't have the starports, he can't legitimately spend all of that gas this quickly. But for now, Rikki-tan just establishing himself nicely on the map. He has a great deal of vision in the middle of the map and great timing on this scouting as well. Rikki-tan is really impressing me in this game number 1. But Feast does have quite a nice supply lead. He has a lot of probes out and nice scan drops and sees everything. Oh my good god. That was a very nice money scan. For now though, Low Marine shooting away at pylons. I mean, this pylon wasn't only there just to be able to kind of supply him with a little bit more vision in terms of trying to get this expansion up, but also, you know, these pylons going down here, there, and everywhere, just keeping him in the know about any kind of drop play that would come along. And this observer up to the north here, I mean, this is something that I've spoken about with Mana a few times. Getting observers on these attack paths, just patrolling up and down here, it makes you so infinitely safe against drop play. It is unbelievable. And for now, I mean, no ridiculous amounts of upgrades coming out for Feast just yet. Just have the one forge pumping away, and his opponent does already have one out. Well, we already have +1 weapons, and actually no +1 weapons for Feast. So he's going very lackluster on his upgrades, just getting those Twilight Council upgrades out quickly. And this is something we actually see players like FXO Choya do, going for a lot of upgrades in terms of the abilities increased on this gateway composition to really kind of get as much out of them as possible. Being able to blink forwards, for example, to be able to snipe out medevacs. If you actually able to get... Oh my good god, that was a fantastic storm. Nice EMPs will hit, but only really takes down a little bit of shields. Not too much energy drained from these very important High Templar. Now that Rikki-tan knows, though, that his opponent has Storm in place, nice feedback, but great EMP. No more storms here. Force fields do go down, and the charge is not done yet, so he hasn't been able to close the gap. Great sort of step micro here from Rikki-tan, and he will be able to clean up the majority of the Protoss force. Behind this, though, Feast has been able to get up a third. We have plenty of probes transitioning back and forth to be able to do a little bit of long-distance mining. And those 2 gases, as we said before, now have been taken to be able to supplement the already increased production that we have here of those medevacs and ghosts, for example. But Rikki-Tan making wise decisions and wise choices, obviously going for those ghosts initially after dropping the scan and seeing that Twilight Council and Templar Archives even. But for now we have a second forge going to be going down for Feast, as well as plenty more gateways. And I don't know, Rikki-Tan's taken quite a nice lead here in terms of supply. It's not too big as a lead in terms of supply, but this medevac and Marine and Marauder is so easy to resupply with the infrastructure that he does have, and he's already building a 4th command center. So right now, I mean, Feast has not seen this base for the entire game, and that has been so amazing from Rikki-Tan. Very lovely decision making. We have Immortals on the way. Not necessarily the best choice if you're going to be going up against this composition that we have from Rikki-Tan, because obviously the Ghosts do a lot of damage to not only the High Templars, but also the shields on those Immortals. A nice little bit of a attack here. Will not be able to get this Nexus for now, but maybe going to get a few probes. Does get chased away, though. And for now, Warp Prism Harassment. Is he actually doing anything with this? I don't think he's killed anything with this just yet. 5 workers killed from Rikki-Tan, only 2 for Feast, so he hasn't done anything with that just yet. But this why are you not going to get? You can see it! Oh no! Oh, Rikki-Tan. Oh, oh well. A free Warp Prism would not have gone amiss here from Mr. Feast. For now, though, we have quite a nice composition mixed in here. Charge lots can be very annoying to deal with. Oh my good god. He just has command centers everywhere. Ah, there we go. Taking it down with the ghosts. The perfect counter to a Warp Prism. And great missile turret placement, actually. Really do like that. I mean, ultimately, it could be across the north here in order to be able to defend this area as well as this area. Because, you know, if you're actually placing those missile turrets up to the north of this expansion, then it's very hard for them to wiggle around and get into here. Same time, though, drop once again in the back of this expansion, but not going to do too much. Stalkers are already there, but actually the Marauders do quite a bit of damage. They were in that kind of small choke there, so Zealots wouldn't be able to get quite a good engagement off, but for now... Oh! Hero Stalker. Nicely done. But for now, Mr. Feast is going to be going for a 4th. Zealots in the back here to be able to deter any kind of drop play that would come along. 3-3 already on the way from Rikki-Tan here. And these Ghosts, man, they are so good. Ghost, good. Good. Feast, though, spreading out his High Templar, making sure he doesn't land some crucial EMPs to really cripple him. He needs that AoE damage. He needs to be able to really kind of prevent his opponent from pushing in, and separating your High Templar is so goddamn important. For now, though, we only have +1 weapons on the way. So Rikki-Tan, I think once his 3-3 hits, and especially considering the fact that he's way ahead in terms of supply, is going to be pushing in once that 3-3 does finish up. He may even force the cancel on this Nexus, or just get it entirely, as that Nexus is going to finish up just as he drops here. We have another base going up to the north for Rikki-Tan. And this is very strong indeed. Does barely spot it. High Templar does come along. Nice feedback. Will kill off one of those medevacs, but is it enough? Right now, we'll be able to stim in. Not too much of a force to be able to deal with this. If he focuses the Nexus down, he could get it, but he's just taking down the units. Oh, I really feel that if he'd have just focused down the Nexus, he would have taken that out. I mean, just a few volleys took down 75% of those shields. Microing for his life right now, but Colossus will come along and clean that up. So, I mean, you got a few units. Not the best decision to be able to deal with, but oh, nice snipe. We'll be able to kill off 1 or 2 of these High Templar. That is really brutal. But for now, a Lone Stalker will chase them away. Will he get another High Templar? Oh, just 1 more snipe. Oh, lovely feedback there by Mr. Feast. We have more Colossus rendezvousing, though. How many Vikings do we have out right now for our Terran? Just 1. He is supplementing with 3 more, though. So he does have... Oh, he does have the double... the double something or other. Actually, he has triple starport production going on. As you can see, 2 medevacs, 3 Vikings going down, so he's getting that ship weapons as well. And it's really, actually, I mean, considering he's on like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bases already at the 19-minute mark, Rikki-Tan is playing absolutely phenomenally here. But Feast, by no means, is out of it at all. He's at 197 supply with 4 bases, and 4 base Protoss can be extremely, extremely scary. So we'll have to see if Rikkiatan is going to be able to seal the deal here with what I would consider a nice lead. I mean, he's got the 3-3. The 3-3 is going to be able to hold him in very, very good stead indeed. And right now we only have the 2-3. I mean, the 3-1 even only just going to be finishing up anytime soon. That +2 is nowhere near finishing just yet. So, indeed, drop. There we go. Goodbye. Goodbye. No, leave! We've just dropped you. Oh. There we go. Go away, Mr. Docker. Okay, so let's have a look at Feast's composition. We have 3 Colossus. I would love to see him just stop at 4 Colossus. That is really the magic number in terms of Protoss versus Terran. It makes it very, very hard for Terrans to deal with. But for now, Feast has a very, very scary army. Only Bio here. 1 Viking. All the other Vikings have not rendezvoused, but a great concave just in general for the Terran. He is stimming in with a few of these units in the back here, trying to focus down some of those High Templar, and he will be able to kill off the majority of the Protoss force and drive it back for now. That was a really, really nice engagement from Rikkiatan there. Unfortunately, he didn't have the Viking numbers that he would have needed to be able to really deal with these Colossus, and they do survive for now, which is going to make it a little bit easier for Feast to resupply in terms of getting the money composition that he really wants. But at the same time, Rikkiatan did not lose his Medivacs. Oh, but the Warpins have come, and now Mr. Feast is going to try and chase these guys down. Nice blink forward to be able to focus down. The Medivac does get one of those, and that's the big money unit there. But Mr. Rikkiatan does decide to turn around, as that was a little bit of a nice engagement with that command center in place to be able to kind of funnel those units. But for now, wow, we have Terran building armor going to be going down here. And where are you going to go, Feast? Are you going to go up here? And we will for a little bit of harassment. There is a planetary fortress there, though, which is quite annoying. Plenty more command centers going to be going down here from Rikkiatan. And wow. Oh my god, who is this guy? Oh, I'm so sorry that I do not know this guy, but he is very, very good. Jeez. Okay, so nice force fields will be able to prevent a lot of that reinforcement from coming in here, but huge waves of bio actually coming in to be able to try and pin this down. I'll need to rendezvous here. We don't have any energies just yet. Oh, we have a little bit of energy for storms. We'll be able to lay 1 or 2 down, but right now the bio is kiting very, very nicely up to the north, whilst the Colossus damage is being negated thanks to that kiting and those Vikings killing them off slowly. There you go. The storms go down and finally rip up that bio. So Rikkiatan will be forced to retreat for now. And Mr. Feast, Jesus Christ, this is a freaking good game to kick things off. I've got to say. Where are you going to go from here, Feast? He's getting those shield upgrades, so may commit a little bit more to those Archons than one would have initially thought. And we don't actually have any more ghost production coming out from Rikkiatan just yet, so he's assuming that maybe he doesn't need it for now, unless he's quite content with these 5 ghosts, even. But we still have misrallied units heading out across the map. We'll be able to fix that rally for now. And plenty of planetary fortresses going up here for Rikkiatan. So he is looking to take this into a very long game. These 3 Stalkers need to get out of there. That's a very, very scary place to be for now. And oh no! They will end up dying. Poor Stalkers. Oh no! Oh, what a dude. Why is it the Stalkers have been heroes all this game long? I do not know. But we have another command Nexus going down for Mr. Feast. And, you know, nukes on the way, more Ghost Academies being added, so those silos will be filled up with those deadly, deadly weapons of mass destruction. And Rikkiatan, I mean, he's looking in a great position. He's got all his bases. The only problem is for him is he is going to mine out a hell of a lot faster than Feast. If this goes to a super, super late game situation, he is going to mine out so much quicker than Feast. He took the bases earlier. He's got those mules which are going to get him up. Ooh, those some brutal feedbacks there. Does kill off all of those ghosts without really landing down any EMPs or snipes. And now the storms will rain down. I'm not so sure that this is the best engagement for Rikkiatan. He needs to fall back to his planetary fortresses, as this is a very, very scary Protoss army. Those storms are fantastic, especially considering that he'd actually killed off all of those ghosts. And he will land down those storms. This is looking very deadly. These Colossus tearing the Terran a new one. The bio is reinforcing, though. He doesn't have that much ground reinforcement for these Colossus, but small Stalkers do reinforce here. And Rikiotan, will he be able to hold? I don't know. I mean, these planetary fortresses, this is supposed to be the lifeline of the Terran in this situation. Retreating to these planetary fortresses is almost guaranteed to normally get you a victory in a battle, but Rikiotan has been shredded. Feast, how does he do it? And he's just going to poke away at this planetary fortress. Oh my god. How does he do it? How on there? Oh dear me, looks like we have another engagement, and this bio is not big enough force to be able to deal with these Colossus. He's killing off a lot of the gateway force, but is it enough? Right now, a load more Zealots going to be coming in from the back here to try and reinforce. He has repaired this planetary fortress, but this is just the epicenter of action right now, as these Colossus will end up falling. No more ground reinforcements to be able to deal with that, and oh dear me. So now Rikiotan has got such... He's been remaxing and macroing like a boss behind this, and Feast, meanwhile, has just not. I mean, he doesn't have that much minerals to be able to resupply anyway. I mean, he's only on this 1, 2, 3 bases, and the income tab right now shows that Mr. Rikiotan is going to be... I mean, both players are relatively even. I don't know where all the... I don't know where all the minerals have gone for Feast. And oh, what a great nuke. We'll be able to get this Nexus regardless, thanks to the fact that he's going to force his opponent out of this position. Where is that Ghost, actually? Where is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so that Ghost is going to be able to... No! Oh my good god, so many Zealots go down. The Nexus fell as well. Hardly any casualties from the Terran. And Feast may end up dying right here, right now. A huge bank right now for Rikiotan. Is he going to be able to clinch this game? Going to pick up, probably pressure this fourth. There's only a cannon there to be able to prevent that. And oh my good god, Rikiotan playing an absolutely fabulous game right now. This is amazing. 2 more Nexus going to be going up. Feast knows he's in trouble. He needs to get some more income going as quickly as possible, but the Nexus falls. And right now, if you look at the income tab, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to speak for itself. Watch as Feast plummets, as the income from this base does dissipate. And this is the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. This bio does get shredded, but right now, Rikiotan does not care whatsoever. He killed this base, he killed that base. Back home, he's been macroing up. He's going to bring plenty more bio to be able to join this party. And he will be able to take out a Nexus once again. Many probes will end up dying. Oh, good god. That is a slaughter. The Colossus are doing a great job right now, but once these Vikings actually rendezvous, he's got 4 Vikings in production at a time. Feast is going to be dead in the water. 3 more nukes in production. What? Oh my god. This is awesome. So, Planetary Fortresses, once again, holding steadfast. Not going to be pushing them there anytime soon. Maybe Planetary Fortresses should have energy, and then you can feedback them, and because Planetary Fortresses are pretty good. Let's not lie. That'd be, yeah, that'd be cool. So, what do we have going on for now? Mr. Rikiotan, vastly... How many... 108 SCVs? What the hell? Oh my god, 108. I think he needs to sacrifice some of those. He has plenty of orbitals for mules. And right now his income is way above his opponents. So, Rikiotan, I mean, he's rendezvousing with these Vikings. Plenty of scans going down to be able to try and deal with any observers that would be pesky in this area. And this base has been mined down. Does Feast know about this at all? No! This entire base all game long went completely unnoticed, and all the minerals are now gone. So for now, Rikiotan looking to put on a little bit of drop pressure once again. There was a little bit of a calm before the storm there, a little bit of indecisiveness, but Mr. Rikiotan going to be able to put on a little bit of pressure once again, probably at this base, try and deny this base from going up completely whilst pushing out to the middle of the map. Nice amount of Vikings here. If he positions these Vikings greatly, say for example over this terrain or that terrain, the Colossus and the Stalkers are going to have a horrible time against that. But Cloaking, will he be able to land any EMPs or snipes? That's the big question. Lands 1 snipe, but he has been seen by the Observer, so has to pull back for now. +3 weapons is on the way for these Vikings as well. And he will kill off the rest of the Ghosts, which is a nice pick off. He has how many Storms? He has 8 High Templar. Where are they all? They're all in the back. Oh my god, he needs to rendezvous them with these guys. Let's have a look-see. Okay, so, indeed, plenty of Vikings. More Colossus going to rendezvous. We have a little bit of a drop down here, trying to kill off a little bit of this, but for now. Mr. Feast is well on top of it. Lovely, lovely observer placement. I've got to say, he really knows exactly what's going on in the middle of the map. But, we'll have to see. And killing them off as I say that. I think he has observer speed. He does. He has observer speed. That is awesome. We'd like to see observer speed. But again, for now, Mr. Rikitan, very, very ahead in terms of income. And he has almost 10,000 minerals banked? What the hell? Oh my god. That's, oh, so this is exactly what I meant by that terrain. Kills off one Colossus for free. Nice blinking. We'll be able to focus down a few of those. Actually shoots his own stalkers with the Colossus. But, laying down those defensive storms to be able to keep his opponent out of there for now. Really needs to blink off this high ground. Right now those stalkers are sitting ducks, and he will do. But he killed off so many of those Vikings. And in the process, he only lost 1 or 2 Colossus. So that was a very, very nice engagement there for Feast. And where are you going to go from here, Mr. Rikitan? Where are you going to go? The What the hell is going on? Oh, wow. SCVs killing off rocks. It's very, very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you get those SCVs killing those rocks in these games. You don't want to waste any significant time with those Marauders, even though they kill it in 2 seconds. So, but we have plenty of Vikings on the way. 5 more ghosts going to be rendezvousing with this contingent at the front. And this is, again, this is still a scary force from Feast, but he's so far behind in terms of supply and income and bank. I can't help but feel that Rikitan could just trade and trade and trade and trade and trade to the point where Feast just gets completely worn out. Right now, I don't know whether or not Rikitan knows how far he is ahead, but having this bank, he could throw down a... Oh, nice snipe. He could throw down so many barracks to be able to reinforce like that. And, oh my god, Feast would have nothing to say about it. He does get a few Vikings for free, though, once again. Right now, 3, 2, 3 on these upgrades for Mr. Feast. But is he going to be able to do anything from here? All the SCVs actually going to be pulled in. That is a huge amount of SCVs running to the slaughter there as they do run into those storms. This is a great engagement position here for Feast. But at the same time, it doesn't really matter too much for Rikitan. He's going to be able to just reinforce off the amount of barracks that he currently has, taking another base up to the north right now. And that was just the weirdest. Like, he just sacrificed a ton of SCVs and was like, well, I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Just take them. But, oh well. So, indeed, this is what we said before. Plenty of barracks going to be going down. And more... How many barracks does he have right now? He has... Not too many barracks, actually, now that I'm looking at it. Only has about 9 barracks. I expected more at this point, but he will be able to kill off a base up to the north. So, nice little bit of a pick-off there from Feast. Feast knows he's behind. Let's face it right now. Feast knows he's behind. He needs to be able to get himself in a situation where he's trading so goddamn efficiently that he's not losing these Colossus to Bioballs. He's not losing this Colossus to those Vikings. And he's really got to pick his battles. But a huge drop going to be going down to the south once again. He will be able to take out this Nexus. That focus fire, absolutely perfect. And going to pick up as there are no Stalkers there to be able to deal with that. So, I mean, he doesn't even really need to drop this Nexus because, obviously, it's not exactly doing too much. I suppose he is long-distance mining to a certain degree from it. But this entire force, for now, going to be coming back here, separating a few of these guys to be able to just send these Stalkers up to kill that off. And he doesn't want to lose his infrastructure. Losing your infrastructure at this point, if you were in Feast's shoes, would be absolutely brutal. Having to spend God knows how much back into, like, gateways, for example... Oh my god. Gateways, for example, would be absolutely horrendous for the Protoss. And to be honest, I mean, Rikitan should go for that. Rikitan would be in a great situation if he just, say, for example, sent 2 dropships into his opponent's main, tried to kill off as many gateways as possible, because right now Feast can't support it. He cannot afford to replace it. So, whereas he'd be kind of trading, you know, armies for armies, which is sometimes running the risk of getting a horrible, horrible engagement from Rikitan, you know, just sending those 2 medevacs, kill off that infrastructure would be awesome. But regardless, we have the Cloak. He does have the Observer there, though. Not too bad EMPs, but really don't do as much as he would like them to have. As these High Templar in the back just littered around, trying to deal with that. And nice snipes will go down. Is the... Ooh, he wanted to drop the nuke, but it was cancelled at the last... Well, at the very first second, thanks to some nice AoE. So we're going to be nuking these areas. He really wants to claim the middle ground once again. He doesn't want either of these bases sniped off. If he can control the middle ground, then he knows that neither of these bases will be sniped off for a good amount of time. Nice snipe once again there And this medevac just chilling in the back, keeping itself alive. I'm surprised that Rikiotan right now isn't dropping dropping nukes on these 2 pocket expansions. Terran in this situation, going into the late game as Protoss versus Terran on this map especially, just dropping nukes on these 2 bases makes it ridiculously difficult for the Protoss to be able to deal with. So for now, Rikiotan, where are you going to go from here? Again, he could get really nice engagements with these Vikings around this area, but here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Huge engagement right now. Rikiotan does want to pull back ever so slightly. Not the best storms. One of those storms was absolutely fantastic on the southern part of this army, but oh, he doesn't have that many Vikings left over to be able to deal with these Colossus. He needs to kill off those Colossus, rendezvousing with a ton more Vikings, though, actually, from the back. But nice storms going off here, there, and there's just too many storms. There are just too many storms. Rikiotan, I mean, he's been so far ahead all game long, but Feast is making it extremely difficult for him to be able to kill him off now. But seizing the opportunity, trying to run in here, kill off one of these mining bases of Feast. He knows that if he can just kill off these pocket expansions over and over, he's going to be in an amazing position. Storms will be able to rip up the entirety of this bio army, though. And he did kill off the majority of the Colossus par 1. Oh my god. So for now, Feast tries to stabilize, but SCVs attacking the cannons. I don't know, I just said Storm! What the hell? Oh, so great stuff. Great stuff indeed, as it looks like Mr. Feast is going to go on the offensive once again up to the north of Rikiotan's base, and he will be able to kill off an orbital command, which is nice, This is really close. This is actually really, really close. Right now, income tab, both players are relatively even. Rikiotan slightly ahead because of mules. This base, though, has not been touched whatsoever. I really do feel that, you know, he should be, actually, he's going to do that right now, actually. So he should be taking these rocks down, supplying himself with this base, because, I mean, oh my... He needs some kind of economical advantage here, or he needs to get himself a little bit of an economy. Because again, Terran has those mules, he's going to be mining out ever so slightly quicker, and he's going to have a higher supply army, but not necessarily the stronger army, depending on whether or not Feast can be able to reinforce with, you know, a huge amount of Colossus. He does have the double robo going, though, and is investing a lot into that Colossus tech. I'm not necessarily a huge fan of these robo facility placements. On this map, if you're going to go for, like, robo facility placements, and especially since you can't warp in these units, obviously, it's nice to have the robo facilities, say, for example, in your natural, to be able to just get those units into the battle a little bit quicker if you really, really need them. But, oh well. Sort of nitpicking, but it doesn't matter. So for now, 8 ghosts. 8 ghosts on the way? Oh my god. Okay, 8 ghosts on the way for Rikiotan here. Another Nexus is going up to the north, so Feast could quite easily get himself back into with this base. This base is going to be very, very important if this goes into the late stages. Right now, already at 43 minutes in this first game between Millenium and Esuba. Oh, but we have a nuke going down. Where is the nuke? Where is the nuke? Where is the nuke? It's over here, and we have probes transferring away to be able to save themselves. No! Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, my God. Blinks out. One High Templar gets slightly scratched knee, but that's about it. This Ghost, for now, was almost a champion until Feast realized what the hell was going on. So for now, Feast, where are you going to go from here, Feast? This has been such a sick game. 44-minute mark, rapidly descending as the Viking count is so... Oh my god, no, I've misclicked. There we go. Okay, so we have 10, 11 Vikings to the 6 Colossi. Nuke will drop, and no, Feast surely knows that that's there. Oh, he will be able to kill off that Ghost. He doesn't have any... Wait, what? He doesn't have an observer. Okay, so that nuke will end up landing, potentially, and we have another Nexus snipe going down to the south here. This nuke did not hit anything, and at the same time, we'll be able to kill off a ton of these Ghosts. These Ghosts actually in the mix, not really being killed off. He doesn't have an observer here. That is a ton of damage being done by these Ghosts, and they're just having a... Oh my god, a freaking holiday? What the hell just happened? He needs an observer. There we go, he has an observer on the way. Another nuke is going down. And we have 2 Stalkers being extremely pesky at this expansion, but this nuke will be able to kill off maybe 1 or 2 of these cannons. And hopefully those High Templars will keep themselves very, very safe. Right now, though, I mean, energy-wise, we don't have any energies for EMP. All of those High Templar were very, very clumped up at that point in time. Could have drained them completely of their energy. And he will be able to kill off maybe this base. No, he will not, as this reinforcement will come in and kill that off. There's just He does have 2 more observers on the way. He just doesn't care about the Colossus production anymore. We'll be able to kill off plenty of those, but they actually sniped off a huge amount of High Templars over in that top right-hand corner. So for now, Rikiotan is supplying himself with a great position in the middle of the map. Once again, constantly denying these pocket expansions is fantastic. Unit counting station right now only shows 38 probes. Where are they all? Where are those probes they need to be mining on that base up to the north? They're all long-distance mining over here. No, but I guess to a certain degree you can't transfer up there just yet, as this area is sort of compromised. Oh, just get 1 or 2 of those ghosts very freely, though. And will he blink in to be able to catch them? No, he won't. The threat of the army does loom. Doesn't want to get himself in a bad position at all. But Rikiotan knows that this base is up there, and he wants to kill it off as quickly as possible. Drops a storm on the rocks, and will try and bait up a few of these units, but does get a few. For now, though, that is plenty of ghosts. He's going to be able to get the Nexus once again, potentially, as well as we have a huge engagement in the middle of the map. Not necessarily the best engagement position here for the Terran. And no, he does not get that expansion just yet, as all the rest of the army does come down to rendezvous here. And he has a lot of AoE in terms of those Colossus. Right now, we still have plenty of Vikings, though. Nuke does go down. Will he be able to kill off this expansion once and for all? These High Templars are all running away, and that's a good thing, because they don't want to get hit by a nuclear bomb. How much does it kill? Oh, 2 probes. Oh, that was good. Okay, so 2 probes do die to a nuke. And for now, Rikiotan just going to dance around in the middle of the map. 50-minute mark approaching in this first game between Millenium and Esuba, as Feast is looking to... I mean, Feast is in a great position to kind of get himself back into this game. You've got to remember right now that Rikiotan was mining out his bases so fast in the early stages that both of them are very, very close in terms of income. And right now, this is pretty much the only income base for Rikiotan. He realized that he needed to make something happen with this army. And look at that, his income. Both incomes are plummeting right now. Rikiotan, he may end up just losing this. He's losing so many units to the AoE of Millennium's Feast. The supply count is so close, but I don't know who is going to take it right now. Feast is going to be able to drive back Rikiotan. Right now we have a lot of distance mining to this planetary fortress, but we do still have the space up to the north for Feast. And, I mean, that's a lot of Vikings. Right now, if I was in Feast's position, I think maybe warping in High Templars and Archons as opposed to Colossus, because Rikiotan cannot afford to just kind of have this much supply just useless, and right now it's forced to land them. Rikiotan might be up against the ropes. All the SCVs actually coming off the line as well. He needs to make something happen here. He's down on supply. Feast may be able to take this game, as this is the most ridiculous comeback I have seen on Shakura's Plateau in a long time. He will be able to kill off this expansion, though, so he's evening up the odds, blinking back. He needs something to be able to support. What on earth is going on? Feast right now has no form of income, long distance mining over here, and we have plenty more units actually on the way for Rikiotan. Actually, I take it back. Rikiotan is looking to seal this game. Storms are something that might be able to keep Feast in this, but for how long? This bio, the 3-3 bio against the 3-3-3 gateway units alone. These cannons, though, very, very useful at this late stage in the game when you're this far down. Great Storm weakens so much of the army, and he will have to fall back for now, but we still have a lot of units in the middle here for Rikiotan resupporting, and he will have to blink back once again. Oh my good god, 70 supply to 70 supply, 51 minutes in. Rikiotan has a little bit of income thanks to this planetary fortress and this expansion here. But right now, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Feast is long distance mining still from this base, and that is his only income right now. And every unit counts at this point. Every unit counts, and that is why Feast is constantly retreating back to these 2 cannons. These 2 cannons are actually so important right now, depending on whether or not Rikiotan can just keep evading them. But also, what is really important is these medevacs. These medevacs, if they're allowed to get a little bit of energy supplied up, then ultimately this force will be able to recover a significant amount of their health. If you can snipe off these medevacs, which are very, very low, then Feast might be in a good position, but he's constantly poking back and forth. Nice blink with one of those stalkers to be able to save it. But, you know, if he keeps poking back and forth, oh, nice storm, but didn't do the damage that he needed to do right now. I'm not so sure he should be going for this engagement, but maybe this is the last resort. He needs to flee back. And 67 supply to 67 supply. One stalker does die, reducing Feast to 70 65. Unit counting station right now, killing off a ton of the probes. This is the last mining bastion of Feast right now. If he's able to kill off these probes, then he is going to be in absolute frown town. Oh, dear me. So Rikkiatan for now, killing off everything of Feast's. 53 minutes into this game. The Terran is still mining very, very strongly at one of these pocket expansions. And we have plenty more units coming out from Rikkiatan. I can't help but feel right now that this is almost assured to be the Terran's win. We have these two Stalkers that have been plaguing the Terran for all game long, but they're going to run away for now. And we have... Oh my god, where did these two Colossus come from? And the 4 High Templar? Okay, this is not over yet. I've said like 3 times it was... I never called premature GGs, but this has been retarded. So, oh dear me. So 2 Colossus, 4 High Templars, spreading them out very, very nicely for all important storms. Will blink in, trying to kill off the last mining of his opponent. Great Colossus positioning, doesn't want to get in range of that planetary fortress. All the SCVs do run away for now. But this is still a scary army. 3 Vikings are on the way right now. He has 0 minerals. And where are those High Templars? They're spread out over here. Ever so slight. Nice storm, but he needs to reinforce with the... No, you don't want to lose too many of these High Templars. That energy is so important. Nice rendezvous, though, with those Colossus. We'll be able to deal with that. I have never seen this late game situation where somebody is going 70 supply to 45 supply. These SCVs could be pretty scary, actually. If he's able to kill off these High Templars, then that would be pretty scary indeed. Landing an orbital command at the same time, though, and trying to kill off as much of this Colossus as he possibly can do. I love that tactic. EMPing the shields and trying to get 1 or 2 volleys with those Vikings will mean that he's slowly eating into the energy of those Colossus. Not energy, health. So for now, Rikkiatan does establish a base. We don't have any bases established just yet for Feast. He has a very, very Look at that! We're 55 minutes into this game, 100 income per minute, and he doesn't have any money to repair either. Oh no, you need to mine. You need to mine. Okay, so how many High Templar do we have? We have the 3 still alive. We have these 2 Colossus and 6 Stalkers. Feast could still... This is still anybody's game. 56 minutes into this game, it's still anybody's... And he's making another Nexus at this base that has got full saturation of minerals, potentially. Oh, nice little poke in with these Colossus. Doesn't want to get too close to these Vikings, but right now he knows that his opponent doesn't have too many Vikings to the point where he can kind of overstep the mark. And, oh, will he get that Viking? No, he will not. No, he will not. Those Stalkers. Again, every single unit so precious right now. He will be able to kill 1 or 2 ghosts. Rikkiatan being slightly sloppy, but he will stim in, trying to take out what he can. Does suffer from a very, very nice storm. He's actually going to blink forwards. Not so sure that's the best idea. That is still a very, very scary force. Right now we have 2 High Templars out. 1 did die. Where is the second one other than this one? And he's going to push in and try and kill off a few more SCVs. Oh, but every single bio unit. Oh, he has 2 more Marauders, 1 more Marine in production. Feast, 37 supply to 58. But he's still in a good position, doesn't want to go too far. He's overextended, he's going to lose all his bio to no Colossus death. And 1 Colossus does go down to that Viking. But right now we only have 3 Marauders and 2 Marines and 2 Vikings to the 1 Colossus with 3 Stalkers and 2 High Templar. He will be able to push in here a little bit. Doesn't want to overextend once again. This is the weirdest hour battle I have ever seen. Does get one of those Vikings. Very, very nice pick off there by Feast. And... what in the hell is going on? All the SCVs now, he realizes this is his chance. The SCVs into battle. We were made for this moment as they will charge forwards. Stutter step micro on those SCVs. Will he be able to kill off this Colossus though? That is a big deal. And he's going to focus down the Viking. Will it get the Colossus? No, it will not. 5 HP left on that Colossus. Oh my good god, but this is still a very, very scary bio army. These 2 cannons. Come on, cannons. Grow legs and run and kill the bio. But it looks like he may be able to kill off this Nexus. 37 supply to 19. The Colossus falls. The Colossus has fallen. And Rikkiatan is going to be able to kill off the Nexus. And I can't breathe. I'm ill. Oh, the Nexus falls. Unit counting station. No probes to 1 Zealot, 2 Stalkers and 2 High Templar against an impossible odds. There are still 2 nukes, but no ghosts to use them. 6 Marauders and 3 Marines and 4 Medevacs will be able to potentially clinch this for Rikiotan, but right now both players in a stalemate. All Rikiotan needs to do right now is mine and just kind of stabilize. 4 Marauders in production. Oh, wow. 4 Marauders are in production. How many mules does he have? Okay, so how many orbitals does he have? He has no orbitals. He has 1 and 2. He has 2 orbitals. And, okay, so he will push down to the south, killing off the 2 Stalkers that are left. Surely. There you go. GG, ladies and gentlemen. As Rikiotan takes the first game for Esuba. We'll be back in just a second. Oh, my God.